All right, last time on D&D, you guys had aided Rose in getting the seed pods from the garden plant, brought them to her, and then she basically let you into the tower, and Enoch helped remove some wards, and you guys climbed to the top of the tower, realized that the tower is obviously magic, and found the top loft and found a journal that belonged to the prior resident. One Gareth Wild Shaper, and found a bookcase that had, kind of like some basic, books on different schools of magic, and the necromancy one had been missing. And I believe you guys had collected those, and then basically were heading out down the tower, presumably at the end of last session. So, is there anything else you guys want to do while you're in the tower?
There's no, magical sense of, mode of transportation to these different towers, is there?
Not that you can tell.
That would be convenient. Nope.
Oh, there's not just a room full of portals linking all the towers together, letting us speed run the floor.
Well, I like fast travel. No, yeah, I think we...
Fast travel with me.
There's one tower per wizard subclass. What? Stop. No, don't go to the war tower over and over again. There are other towers.
But I want to do war.
Or
I don't think so.
never changes. Okay. So you guys head back down. You guys head back down through the tower, through the empty menagerie, back to the ground floor, and then out the front door. As you're there, whatever. Rose is back in her chair, sitting there, or whatever.
Ironically, I would probably ask Enoch what he makes of all this, but I don't know if that's gonna happen if Tim's...
No, that's fine. I know what Tim just has. Yeah, that's just you
Better Enoch voice.
Yes.
In the recording, we'll just mention that you've got a bit of a cold this week.
Yes.
And for the recording,
Yes.
No one will ever know that Tim wasn't here.
Right. So Enoch's well, if I had to wager a guess that, someone obviously had come here before and taken that necromancy tome, presumably the necromancer that is causing issues in, Storm Harbor, and I don't think, though, that this... From the journal, I'm not quite sure what to gather. I feel like the owner of this tower may not have been evil or, malicious. Maybe just a gatherer of knowledge, and that is why these books reside here.
But you are not familiar with these ancient wizards, potentially?
Well, I mean, there were rumors of... with conversations I've had with Ryu, hello.
Yo.
They had just left the tower, and
Wow, you're not dead.
I'm not.
I so desperately wanted Tim to just pick up where Sam left off in the sentence and see if anyone watching the video would notice
amazing.
Completely
They-
seamlessly.
seamlessly.
Basically,
Sorry, I've been fighting a headache and I just
no
got
worries.
here.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. Kavis basically asked Enoch what does he make of all this from what happened this last session, and I started with Enoch saying that he felt the general vibe that the person who resided in this tower seemed like more of a collector of knowledge and just had these tomes, and obviously who had ever been here before took the necromancy one and is probably the necromancer that is in Storm Harbor, and
That seems like,
that's basically where I got.
okay, cool.
Although, yeah, but Enoch is like, I would, mayhaps, if this wizard was, I don't know how, with the few, conversations I have from time to time with Ryu, I know mayhaps before his time is close to when well, I guess, for someone as old as him, time is different than us, but said may shortly, before he came for his time, I suppose, there was some sort of cataclysmic event that caused the blight to appear on the other side of what is now the wall. But at that point in time, the wall was not there. Mayhaps these powerful spellcasters were responsible. I'm just speculating, but we may be able to find more knowledge. But if mayhaps I don't know how easy it will be, but mayhaps Rose might lend us some more insight into this thing. It looks like she's sitting in the chair now, and it looks like she's like essentially like nursing a hangover, effectively. Miss Rose, if you have a moment, may we ask you some questions? She's like, oh yes, sure. Once again, I thank you for the seeds. Oh, they do a wonder. What questions do you have? And I'll open it to you guys.
Was there something stopping the previous explorers from just taking all the books? Even if you're only interested in necromancy, why would you take one book?
Who's that a question to?
Rose.
Rose? The person we were
person
told to
that
ask
we were
questions
told to ask
to?
questions to.
Yeah, but like, well, I guess it's a question for the person that took the books, right?
It's if she's been to the tower before.
Oh.
Like, it seems like she's a local of this area, so she'd know if they're, like, used to be a guardian, or if there's some problem with taking more than one book.
She's been
Like, if
sitting
the
next to
answer
this
is
tower
there,
for a while.
like, no, there isn't a barrier for taking more than one book, is an answer, but...
I suppose.
Well, I suppose the young lad who came and was inquiring I suppose that was the only one they were interested in. Or mayhaps they, I don't know. They did seem... Let's see, that was a bit ago. Maybe they... I know, as they were here, I did hear them, it sounded like they may have been talking with somebody else who I could not see.
You're feeling that anyone take these books, don't you?
Well, I've been in these woods a long time, and it's been quite a while. I mean, they're just basic magical tomes.
I don't have a library card yet. How do I check these out?
Oh, well, I mean, I have no use for them, and I've come to resign that I don't think my father will be back, so I suppose if you want them, you can have them.
Wait, did she say she heard the child talking with someone once he was
Did she?
inside the tower?
That she couldn't see.
But he had entered the tower. But
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's... Ah, shit, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I was about to check the enchantment book to see if it was vandalized to prevent people from learning how to protect against enchantments.
Oh.
But I am too dumb to realize that the overarching villain does nothing but enchant people. From a distance.
This boy, did you hear him? Did you hear what conversation he was having when he was in the tower? What did he say?
Well, I mean, it sounded like he was, talking to somebody who asked him to come here? Or guided him here? I suppose that makes sense. It wouldn't be easy for a child to make their way through the woods to get to here. But, he was the first sentient company I had in a very, very long time. So I was quite ecstatic to have another person here.
And you would not have known who else would have entered the tower besides him prior to that.
Well, I don't think they were with him physically, if that makes any sense. I have a eye for such things. If somebody was here, I would be able to tell if they were here.
I see.
Let me see if I can remember if he... I'm gonna roll a history check to see if she can remember something. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Sam's walking outside to a 3-story dice tower.
he drops it from the top, and then it has to like roll all the way down the dice tower before spilling out.
Yep.
Really needs to walk the dogs.
Real long Rube Goldberg machine. In order to roll a die. It's only for the important rolls.
Mhm. It's like a tower of doom as opposed to a box of doom.
He needs like one of those bopper things with the dice in them that are in the old like board games.
Stop it.
You hit the top of it and it like shakes all the dice.
Oh, yeah, what was that? There's a Boggle, right? Maybe?
Yeah.
Trouble?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, Trouble might have. We're loving. I was very young, and then I never learned how to play the game. And that is my history with that game.
I don't think there was really much to learn about Trouble.
Well, I made sure not to learn what was there.
Fair enough, I guess.
Sorry, I'm back. Okay.
You're sorry that you're
Um,
back. Jeez, if
I'm
you don't want
sorry
to run the
for that.
game,
I
you
was
don't
like-
have to.
Well, I'm trying to remember. I know, because he referred to him, whenever he was talking to, as if he were talking to us, you know, almost like he would a parent or, you know, a guardian of some sort. What was the name? I'm just gonna roll the dice. Nope, she does not remember the name. I'm sorry. Like I said, it was probably a couple decades ago.
Well, what can you do? Couple decades. How long would you think it would say? How long would you say it would take to master the spells in that tome? But a couple decades do.
Probably.
Oh, great.
Well.
Great.
I mean, you guys could probably master a whole field of spells in way less time.
It would have
Eh. taken
taken roughly the time from when the boy entered the tower to when the necromancy started happening.
What a coincidence.
Yes.
Are there any sort of safeguards if someone were to misuse the magic in these tomes?
I mean, they're just tomes. I guess it's up to the user of the tomes if they want to use them for good, evil, or good.
Okay, yes, but someone tried to, slaughter my hometown and sacrifice the citizens in a necromantic ritual. Stop that one! Got another city. They sacrificed another city. Seems like probably this person who took the book who's responsible. Is there anything we can do besides just hunting them down and murdering them the normal way, or?
Well, let me see. I need to look at.
She's thinking about this more than I thought she would. I thought she was going to say no and then fall backwards.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. The answer is fuck you.
Enoch at this point might go, if we can capture this person, we might take them back to the wall to question them thoroughly.
Is that so?
And has this escapade given you any sort of leads, Enoch?
Well, I think it's safe to assume that we know where the Necromancer came from now. We just have to get a description of what this boy looked like and see maybe what the adult might look like now.
The boy. His name was Jack.
Be nimble?
No. What? What the last? Jack
In the
McTaggart.
Oh.
Jack, what?
Okay.
McTaggart.
McTaggart.
McTaggart, you say? I see. Well, boys, we have our lead.
We're going to Ireland.
We're going back to Silver Lake.
Does anybody have the moves like McTaggart?
And with that, we head back to Silver.
Yes. Well, if you find yourself back in the woods, don't be shy. I'd love to have visitors again.
Mm-hmm.
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 Good luck storming the castle.
I turn to Enoch. Are we storming a castle?
I would prefer to avoid it, but it might be a little bit of a tricky situation. We have to convince everyone that the Duke's son is evil.
Wait, how did she know we were storming a castle?
Wait, there's only one Jack in the entire nation, and it's the Duke's son?
I think the
McTaggart
last name.
was the key word there.
Yeah.
I think the keyword here is Ramvik has 8 intelligence.
Can you go find another seed? I think Rose needs it.
How do you function?
Not well, apparently.
Get by with a little help from my friend.
So, I assume you're heading back to the cart?
Yes.
Is that
Sure.
the consensus? Okay. Okay, so you guys, so it takes you like a few more hours. You guys do, I guess here's the question. Do you guys go back through that clearing that you came through originally that had the Packer direwolves, or do you go around it?
Did we
I'm
murder
going
all the
there.
direwolves?
We murdered all the
There's a
direwolves, but there's
golem.
still a golem that
golem,
woke
yeah.
up and may or may not still be awake. So maybe we should avoid that a little bit.
I mean, if he's asleep, it's pretty easy to just walk through.
All right,
but
you're
we-
walking first.
Don't know.
All right, I'll open it up to the audience, the party, the peanut gallery.
No, we can go that way. You just walk in front.
Okay. I pull out my scimitars and I walk.
the rock again.
Yeah, so as you guys go through that clearing, it seems that there's like a big, dent in the earth where the rock golem was laying, but it seems like it
Oh,
has
shit.
wandered off somewhere else.
I touched the dent.
An earth golem.
Earth golem.
No, that's just it's
Fantastic.
get some dirt on your hands.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, so nothing happens. So as you guys are getting back to where you were, since you guys have
in
been,
memoriam thing for Randvick.
you guys have been,
Touching the dirt, like, oh, I'm so sorry you're gone.
Randvick's never been.
you guys have been gone pretty much the whole day. So by the time you get back, it's probably getting close to nighttime. So as you get back to the cart,
Is the blacksmith open? Is my armor ready?
We're not in town. We're back
not
at the
at
cart.
I thought even when we got back to town it was nighttime. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, at the
I
even
remember right
cart,
when to travel several days to get
yeah.
to
I'd
it.
like to go to the market district of the cart.
you just you just
Find
brought
our
the
supplies.
smith. You guys just brought the smith with you in the cart so you can work on stuff.
Is my stuff done? No, I don't have any of my tools. I don't know why you brought me.
I need a whole smithy to work, but how close are you?
I fucked up.
I mean, I got the sewing done.
Sorry. I made an oopsie. Let's
Anyway.
continue.
It is,
We don't
so-
care about the sewing. How many insults are in there?
So, two things you notice immediately. One is the road looks completely like it looks like a massive group of, like, there's footprints and like cartwheel tracks and stuff like that. It looks like a massive group of people marched down this road towards Silver Lake. Secondly, Franklin is like sitting in the cart in the front, and he's just kind of sitting there with this just blank expression on his face, and his like eyes are glazed over, and he's just sitting there like motionless.
I.
Is
So
there
when
one
we approach
different?
him, he doesn't react.
Correct.
I will slap him in the face.
He does not react.
Oh, that usually works. We had a cart driver? Is he there?
Yeah, Enoch probably. Like there's the
Enoch
horses and
drove
stuff.
Oh,
are
it was
cool.
Enoch.
Yeah.
Enoch,
the
can you
horses-
take a look at our... I'm trying to just debate on how I should refer to Franklin in this situation.
Mhm.
Take a look at this
Traveling
below.
companion.
I was going to say our idiot, and then I realized that position is taken.
That's not specific enough.
That's not very nice.
Sure. He kind of goes up to Franklin and kind of just like looks in his eyes and kind of listens for a second. Well, he's breathing, so he's not dead. Must be asleep. It's some sort of induced trance, it looks like, though. That's all I can tell.
I need to look up Sandine.
Well, I've done all I can.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
That's all I could do. Okay, I have to actually make a roll. This is funny. This this is this is actually funny because sending says depending on the stipulations, it's a % chance that the message arrives.
If it's
Only
extraplanar.
interdimensionally. Or interplanar, yeah.
Which,
Correct.
you know,
I guess it might be.
You can DM Fiat that there's interference if you really want.
no,
Okay.
no, he
But-
is extraplanar. We know because earlier today, Moth posted in Discord saying, "Remember that sending can cross planes." If you happen to be playing Franklin, sending can talk to people on other planes for no reason, giving us absolutely no hints on where he is. None whatsoever.
You're
Nope.
saying you
Yeah.
know this stuff, but your characters don't know this because they haven't been near Franklin and have no idea what went on.
Sure.
Yes, but
That's
we
why
aren't
Gabe
talking
was
in
talking
character.
and not Rambo.
They were, yeah. I'm responding to a comment at the DM about
Yeah.
whether or
Okay.
not they need to make a roll.
If we were in character, I don't think Franklin would ever tell us how sending works, because then that would be admitting that he casts magic, or knows things about magic. Which so
Indeed.
far he has been loath to do.
So I think he is going to send this to. I'm trying to think who he would. He probably will send this to Enoch, and then Enoch can do this. So I'll.
The disrespect.
Well, it's a thing of I think it's more of a he would know that he's speaking to him through a magical means, and Enoch could be like, oh, okay, that it probably wouldn't be maybe less jarring if hear his voice out of nowhere. I actually don't know if sending is if it's like a verbal thing or if it's. I assume it's more like a telepathy thing, like you get the message in your mind. It also has to be
yeah.
25 words or less, so I have to figure out how he's gonna explain what happened in 25 words or less. So while
the message in
I'm
its
fabricating,
Make it a haiku.
recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. So yeah, it's completely mental. We can't overhear it. And Enoch sending back, "Go away, fucking ghost!" is in the cards.
Or Ramvik doing that.
You can't have my bounty!
I feel happy.
What's wrong? Oh, that's what's wrong.
Most things are wrong.
I think Franklin is a construct that's been remotely controlled by someone else. And
It makes
then
sense.
he stepped away
Like
for the
Kate.
last, like, 8 sessions.
it's like Kate Sith
Given
from Final Fantasy VII.
the behavior of our BBEG, it wouldn't be great for us to trust a remotely controlled construct of unknown owner.
Yes.
Unrelated, let's get Kahiko back on the party.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Now you're thinking with portals.
One, two, three, four, five,
That's
six,
certainly a
seven, eight,
decision.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 20.
Are we taking damage here or something?
No, I'm
He's
counting how many words.
calculating.
I was like, what the fuck
Words.
is happening? Oh, right. A boulder falls on your head as you're sitting there contemplating.
So,
And does,
while
wow.
Enoch is looking at this, he's just like, wonder what happened on the road.
Oh, I will do a survival check on that.
Do it.
Tim, I've sent you the message he sent to Enoch.
So post it for him in Dragon War.
I
Track.
apparently am having a really bad day for trying to look at stuff.
There's a lot of footprints and
It
they're
is a
all headed
road.
in the same direction.
I mean, I'm just gonna
is a
say
road.
Enoch.
I think those are some horse tracks of maybe that's a
Yep.
moose. I don't know. They look kind of similar,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Don't be silly, that's a zebra.
Like, I
What
know
is different?
basics, but
I mean, I'm just gonna say Enoch.
All of these tracks seem like they're going towards Silver Lake. Perhaps we should return quickly.
Enoch, all of
Good
these
plan.
tracks make a circle.
Apparently, your friend met an elf, and it went into a different plane.
Is this
And-
Enoch talking?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You sound
And
like
then he,
Tim's rendition of Ramvik. I just wanted to be sure.
and then he got apparently a sigil from a captain from Blackvale, while the army of them were passing by. So, yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, good.
At least that's what he told me. Is your friend often full of shit, or is this just should we take this as the real
I
thing?
mean,
50-50, I feel like.
the elves are often
Thinking
full of
back.
shit.
Thinking back.
They like to watch you sleep so much, apparently they'll put conscious people to sleep.
I mean, I'm gonna be
I'd say
honest.
pointing at Franklin.
I don't remember the last time I spoke with Franklin, so I don't know.
He was present in the session that you guys came out from under the ocean and went to the town.
That was not the statement that was made.
Yeah.
The last time we heard him talk, it was lying to the town guard, which isn't a terrible
That's
instinct
true.
to have.
I was also
But it
getting
was undermined
ladled
by
in the
me
back at that
immediately
time, though.
showing up and just straight up telling them what we did.
Okay.
Yeah, Vic is not smart enough to
Well-
distrust the cops.
I mean, yeah, we should probably head back to Silver Lake, whether he's telling the truth or not.
Enoch
Yeah.
just gets the horses in order and like gets on and starts going with the cart because you guys seem to be all in agreement here. So
So you, so it is getting close to evening. Are you gonna travel until night, or are you gonna, like, are you gonna camp for the night, or are you just gonna sleep? in
Samus
the
is
cart?
okay with traveling 16 hours a day, personally.
Is it the kind of thing where like you could go an extra 2 hours and get to sleep in a bed, or is it the kind of thing to where like if
No,
you
you're gonna
don't
be
want to
camping
take a long
outside
rest?
either way.
Okay.
Oh,
In
okay.
that case, probably once light starts getting dangerous for the horses, we should
Mhm.
stop.
Like you're still like you're like you're like a couple days from Silver Lake.
I'd say 3 days.
Oh yeah, in that case, there's
Mm.
no
3
real
days from
reason to
Silver Lake.
push.
I mean, if Black Veil is moving on Silver Lake right now, there might not be beds to sleep in when we get there anyway.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm fine camping outside, just going as long as we can. I'm agreeing with Gabe.
Okay.
You're agreeing with Gabe?
I know,
you do
dangerous.
Yeah.
But I also agree.
All
I,
in
th-
for
I
my
don't
plan.
think I don't think we should rush it.
Mhm.
Okay. At the very least, like for the well, at least based on the tracks, obviously, whatever came through here, you know, it came through while you guys were in the woods, so they could be up, you know, anywhere between like 1 and like 5, you know, 1 and 6 hours or whatever away from your current location.
Was Berthold able to glean anything from
Oh,
that
that's
roll?
a good point.
The 12.
Yes.
It is a road, and troops went in a direction.
That's something.
Yeah.
We know which direction. Maybe
That is
tomorrow I'll try again with maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll
I
try
mean-
again tomorrow.
Maybe I'll try again.
That's something I wasn't thinking of. If we want to catch up with these guys, we should do a little bit of a forced march.
That
Because
is
if they're
true.
heading the same direction as us, and they're also going the comfortable travel pace, we'll simply never catch them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we want to catch these guys, though?
I don't know.
Enoch interjects here, and he's just like, well, your friend did say he had a sigil from the captain to grant audience with them again, so
That
might be okay.
all I heard was sigil. I didn't know it was to grant audience. We should definitely try and catch up to them then.
Well, if it's a sigil, it might work for that. I don't know.
I
He
mean,
really just said the captain gave me a sigil if you meet.
That's
Okay.
way less than 25 words.
That's
That-
the end of this. The rest of it was the ethereal plane and the army of Blackveil and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
do we have the sigil, though? I start trying to go through Franklin's pockets.
Sure. Yeah, like if you just go through his stuff, you pull out, in one of his pockets, you find there's a sigil, that, you know, it's a sigil of the Blackveil Inquisition, and it's, you know, it's like,
Says he's
like a rite, I don't know, kind of like a rite of passage, sort of a thing. It's like a
I-
customary thing that you guys just, you know, that, you know, is things like that are used for, like as rites of passage or things like that.
The
So,
Black
yeah.
Veil Army is not like an enemy nation, right? Like we're on decent terms.
You guys
mean-
are originally from. I guess maybe it would be for Batman since he's from Storm Harbor originally. But
It would be what? Friendly? Enemy?
well, if they're marching,
The last, I don't know, like 6 months maybe, there's been tension growing between the two nations.
Hmm.
Okay.
Where does Cliffport fall in that though?
Cliffport
they're
is in the
city-state
dwarven
of the
territory.
dwarves.
So I don't think they would have beef with Cliffport people, would they?
No.
There's
They
Yeah.
actively trade
Okay.
with Cliffport.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
thought. We should be fine.
The thing I'm most worried about is this is literally the Inquisition people. The people who just hate all magic users.
oh, these
Like,
are the mage killers. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were from
So-
Storm Harbor.
No,
No.
Inquisition
No.
is from Black Veil.
Oh, so oh, I didn't know they sent them from Black Veil to Storm Harbor when we arrived. They were just
Yeah,
walking
in the
around.
main-
Okay. So they might not have a
Inquisition
way.
stayed in Black Veil.
They might not have a way of getting Franklin out of the ethereal plane, but they might have a way of stabbing him for getting there.
Or no, I don't know.
I feel like it'd be hard for them to confirm that he was, like, unless we straight up say it. It's hard to confirm that this guy is trapped in the ethereal plane. We didn't know it until Enoch
We
told
just
us. essentially.
you don't say he's stuck in the ethereal plane. You say some mysterious elf waved his hands at my friend and now his mind is gone.
Or even
Can
just
you
like,
help us?
or just like
Kill
avoid the
elf,
magic
kill the elf,
altogether.
kill the elf.
Or we just say some
Burn the witch!
dastardly magical,
Elf.
dastardly spellcaster did this.
I mean,
yeah, if you wanted them to try and cure it, otherwise we just avoid the magic pretense altogether and say he was dropped on his head or something.
I got better.
well, if he doesn't want us to ask the Mage Killer Army for help, why would he mention
Great
that he got?
question. Enoch, any clue what's...
I posted the message that he gave me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The thing.
I was thinking. I was assuming it was to talk to Blackveil and make them not attack Silver Lake, but I guess that's not necessarily
Well, it's-
necessary.
It's possible he only mentioned that as if they get arrested by the Mage Killer Army, this might get them out of it. It's possible he mentioned it because he thinks that they can get him back to the material plane.
I have a lot of questions about this message that
I
we'll
do
never
too.
get answers for.
Well, I might be able to clear some things up about the political situation, but about this elf and this ethereal plane, I'm afraid I might be as in the dark as you guys are.
Is he
Yeah.
actually trapped, or is he trying to get laid?
Did the Black Veil Army come through after he
Yeah,
was
I
stuck
think
in
he
the
best just leave
ethereal
him
plane? Then said they came through the ethereal plane and gave him a token, or because based on the ordering, that's what happened, but it doesn't make any sense.
I think there's a period between plane and army.
No. But the question, because if you look at the ordering, he met an elf last, got trapped in the ethereal plane, and then the Black Veil Army passed through.
Yeah. And then
The
put a
ethereal
sigil in
plane.
his hand as he was trapped there. I think that's what happened. And he saw them do it.
Okay,
So the sigil is corporeal and here.
I have
How many-
a more pertinent question for this.
How many
Enoch-
third level slots? would we
Enoch,
have at
given
levels?
that we are going to go accuse the Duke's son of being in league with necromancy or whatever, given that that seems to be what we plan to go do,
So,
how do you think the Inquisition would feel about
you're
us?
saying if we go to the Inquisition and request their help in accusing the Duke's son to get rid of the necromancy, which they're probably coming here to get rid of anyway, would That seems like it would work.
Yeah. Or would it cause bigger issues if we could solve it ourselves first?
I mean,
Is the flip side.
to give a little bit of background on the political side of this,
Yes, please.
Black Veil, specifically this, the duchy that is closest to Silver Lake's duchy, has been trying to get their hands on Silver Lake for some time, and this may be just a pretext of holy war to cleanse a land and hold it to make sure all magic is gone from it, and then maybe assert control afterwards as their own nation. So I think even if we were to, the only way to prevent Silver Lake from falling into the hands of Black Veil would be for us to destroy the Necromancer first, so they no longer have the pretext of invading. But at this point, it may have gone too far already, as they have actively declared holy war, it seems, as they have moved troops onto their land.
More relevantly, if we go to try talking to them, they're going to take our library books.
That's a good point.
I think
Sir.
we would just hide the library books.
I also have another question, particularly for you, Enoch.
Yes.
Do you have some... Since I know you are you're a wall defender of some sort, right?
Yes, I am a
And-
wall defender of some sort, yes.
And would they respect that? Because I'm kind
Yes.
of worried about how much they might be willing to.
I have
kill
been to
my-
Black Veil many times.
Okay,
They are required to respect me.
that's good.
They are required to expect respect.
I
In
am
that
within
case,
the
we can
law as a
also-
magic caster, as it is. I am one of the only ones that is allowed to be in their country.
Mhm. With that in mind, if we do meet them, then we should make sure all the books are in your possession.
I suppose that's true.
Because you have... They are required to respect that you are allowed to have these. So,
True.
rather than trying to hide them, we just
I
flaunt.
suppose that's true, but it is always best not to flaunt things in front of those who
And, like-
already have a bias against it.
We're carrying more than just books, but they're not all out in the open for everyone to see. We just put them in a backpack that we're using and then not
Yeah.
open the backpack.
I agree with that. I think you could just hide the books. It's probably fine. If you have a sigil and myself, I doubt we'll have much trouble with them.
Well, I
Like,
think
if there
we
was
should
someone offended with me having shark teeth, I wouldn't have to actively hide that I have shark teeth. I would just keep them in my backpack.
You have shark teeth in your backpack?
That
Didn't
hasn't
they
been
know you have shark
established.
teeth every time you tried to talk?
I'm not sure how. Maybe I'm keeping them in like a Ziploc bag or something.
How did you fell this shark?
I threw a ball at it.
Really?
I read the creature's moves and responded according. Was not much of a fight.
Yeah, you're right. It was not much of a fight, considering ramping threw the air ball at it and it just suffocated in the air.
Just as I had planned.
Okay, should we get moving then? Because I think we have some headway we need to make on...
Franklin has used his other 2 casts of sending to send 2 more messages to Esau.
Okay.
To Enoch again?
Yes.
Okay. And then Enoch goes,
Message.
your little, your halfling friend has sent me some more information, it seems.
Unfortunate.
How, okay, apparently he was clarifying about the army. Means that he can hear us, apparently?
What the fuck? I thought Brian couldn't make it.
I'm just like, wow, that must be some weird magic stuff.
That is weird,
Here's
man.
the whole cast of message to say no, I'm not trying to get laid.
Explain the chronology.
That was the first message, and then he like kind of goes into a trance again.
The second half of that message is what we already knew. What the fuck?
No, we were speculating up until this point, Olin.
Yes, we were quite literally. Enoch was
No, I'm
saying
pretty sure I
could.
heard Enoch say like we could use it to gain audience, and then
Enoch was saying
Greg
maybe.
said I didn't hear you say that.
Enoch was saying maybe.
Oh,
All right, we got a third message. I'll hold
Yeah.
judgment.
The most important
apparently,
thing we learned.
this is about the elf. Her name is Yume, apparently.
Oh, that sounds familiar. No, it doesn't. Actually, maybe.
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna have disadvantage.
Nice.
Okay. So,
Almost a crit.
Samus, you remember that name being mentioned by the other elf guy that you guys met outside of Misty Fish.
Ah.
The guy who helped you kill all the zombies and after training.
Oh. I was thinking
It's a
of...
good thing you said that.
The good elf.
One of the Japanese elves. Not
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
forest elves.
The
Yeah.
samurai elf guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
the guy with the blindfold on was a Japanese
Yeah.
elf guy?
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
using a katana.
I didn't remember that.
Or
Yeah,
sword.
This is the woman this is the elven woman he was looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
That's neat. Maybe we should find a way to let him know. If only we had another cast of sending left over.
If only he had sent one of his sendings to that person that he met.
I
Yeah.
guess only some things can get through to Franklin's mind in this state. So, out of character, anyone who wants to tell Franklin something in this state might want to DM him directly. Saying,
Does Ryan watch these?
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Maybe he should this time.
Fucking Ryan.
Okay. So I do want to know what if Franklin
Honestly,
has
it
any
would've been
idea
so
what.
funny to call his cell phone and then been like, "Hey,
I know you're at LARP.
what do you want
Oh,
to? What do you want to say?"
he's
That
LARPing.
would have been.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so funny
Oh.
though.
Send him a text message.
Yeah, DM him.
No, traditional text.
Well, that is a text message.
SMS will replicate the reliability and word cap of sending.
There you go.
Sending is now one SMS message each direction.
Alright, but
So we changed it from 25 words to 144 characters
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
I am caught in the ethereal plane. Send tweet.
So anyway, I think we should get moving with, especially with this information. We should get moving and try and catch up to the army and at least talk to them.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
fair.
1 vote for catching up to the army, 2 votes for catching up to the army.
Yeah, I'm down to chase.
Are we
an
gonna
army
be
and beat 'em up.
exhausted? No.
Not me.
Yes.
I mean, you guys have been going since the break of dawn to basically night, so I guess that's not like
That's like a normal day.
it's a normal day.
Actually, well, the travel rules specify that You're only
rules and
allowed
shit.
to take 8 hours of travel a day without taking penalties. Which I know specifically because my background says I can do 16 hours.
So Samus will be fine.
Didn't realize there was a third DM here.
Not sorry.
The rest of you will probably have a point of exhaustion if you push through until you get to catch up with the army.
Can I sleep in the
You're gonna have
cart
to
while
plus your
Samus
ability to
drives
beat
it?
something, damn it.
Can Samus drive the cart while the rest of us sleep?
Sure.
I guess, sure.
Sure.
Awesome.
I would like to not spoon with the entire crew in the back of the cart. I will stay up with Samus.
You will spoon with
It's me.
the party, Enoch.
Enoch would rather take the point of exhaustion.
The vacant Franklin.
The ironic thing is Enoch is the big spoon.
With Samus?
No.
No, he's sitting
No.
up. What?
Oh, with
So do
Frank.
you throw Franklin in the back because he was up in the front of
He was not
Yes,
ready.
sir.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Some non-consensual spooning's about to happen.
We don't even throw him. We just tip
Oh,
him
no.
over so he falls into the back.
Oh, okay.
He's just, like,
He
on
doesn't
his
have to
bed.
get comfy to get his nap. He's already napping or whatever.
It's
Yeah, that's true. He can just stay in his seat.
And Enoch goes.
Well, no,
"You
he
might
shouldn't
wanna
stay in his seat
Make sure
because
he's not. He's able to breathe still back there.
yeah,
His face
I
will
will
be
do
covered in
that.
everything.
You tip him over and you hear potion shattering.
Wait a second.
Can we addict him to seed pod drugs?
I don't know, probably.
Not where I was going with that.
I think, yeah, Olin was going for the reveal that he's actually.
Dr.
Dr.
Simi
Simi-sama.
Sama. You forgot his name because he hasn't played in so long.
Amazing. Okay, anyways. Yes, so that's fine. So
Ryan
that's- you
really
can take
should
a
watch
little-
this. I hope he enjoys how Ryan-centric this episode is.
Yeah. So I guess it would be the equivalent of like a short rest. Because you're not doing a full night's rest. So yeah. So you guys push through. Eventually, like you can see where the army has stopped. They're probably they're not quite out of the woods yet. You know, but you can see like, you know, like basically you get down the road, you can start to see like torchlight, and then, you know, eventually you'll get up and like across the road, they've set up like a barricade where they've stopped. And as you guys,
they've cut down a bunch of trees all around, like around it, and set up a palisade with a ditch in front of it, with like guards in front, Roman style.
And there's no... Do the forest elves get mad for that? Okay.
there's no forest elves in this forest.
Okay.
That you
This is a
know.
much better forest, as far as I know.
It's just misty.
Yep.
So as you guys,
what?
you know, get up, you guard says, "Halt!"
Bolt awake.
What?
I bolt awake.
Oh, bolts! I thought you said bolts away. I was like,
Bolts away.
I thought
I leap over the side of the cart, weapons drawn.
Sleeping in the nude.
I was like, I thought you wanted to talk to these people.
Just instantly shoot them. Gotta establish dominance. That's how you ask for favors.
Yeah, at level 6 you get an additional catchphrase. I chose mine to be balls away.
Okay, I assume you stopped
So
the
the
cart.
people who are awake are Samus and
Enoch.
Enoch.
Although, if we hear halt, like, being yelled at us, we might wake up.
We come bearing a sigil from the Black Veil Army. One of our companions met with who did he meet with? It was a captain.
I forgot to actually. He would have said his name. His name was Captain Lawrence.
Do you have the words for that, sir?
Yeah, did that come in the message?
I did not come in the message.
I should have added Lawrence
How about
in there
in the
somewhere.
second message, instead of the captain, you said Captain Lawrence.
Yes.
Okay, makes sense.
Yep.
There we go. All right.
Why would
Yep,
you
there-
use the word the? It doesn't matter.
And at this point, actually, Sam, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. The guard says, "All right. One of you approach and bear the sigil so we can confer."
I'll approach since everyone else is still waking up and Enoch is
Yeah.
Enoch.
I'll
Yeah.
climb out and join you.
Alright.
No, one of you.
Learning experience.
One of you. I
He said
will wake
one
up
of
and
you.
hear that and be like, no, one of us. and be like, no, you're not going.
Yeah, so you go up, you show him the sigil, he says,
I'll stay in the cart.
All right, disembark from the wagon, and someone will escort you to, Captain Lawrence.
I
Yeah,
re-disembark the wagon.
We get out, and then we have to awkwardly carry Franklin.
I guess, yes. Or
Piggyback style.
I mean,
I was
Ramvik could probably just
thinking-
carry him in one hand.
What about Torald?
Orin. Yeah.
It's fine.
Or-
What do you mean?
I was
Yeah, it's
initially
fine.
thinking, we would do the, one person on each side thing, but then I realized, it's a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
We can. What is that name?
We're all
of that
too
movie?
tall, except for...
Weekend at Bernie's, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Torrid will piggyback, Franklin, I guess. And yeah, you guys walk in. So they kind of lift up part of, the palisade, on the backside they have it so that they can shift it so that you can walk, in, I guess. Or probably, shifts outward or whatever. Yeah, so they let you walk in, you guys walk through the encampment, and you can see that there's this is a full, battalion, army battalion. So there's a lot. But there's a big tent up at, kind of in, the center, with the, both the Black Veil and the Inquisition insignia, blazoned upon the side. The guy escorts you, you go through the tent or whatever, and there's a guy, kind of trying to describe it. Kind of I almost imagine, yeah, kind of like that. I honestly, in my mind, this guy kind of looks like Kaisar from Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, great.
I'm
like
Googling.
yeah, kind of like balding, middle-aged, pasty white guy.
In armor.
Yeah, in armor.
Did you mean Caesar?
No.
Kaisar.
They call it's all Ave Hail to Kaisar. Okay.
In that basically in Fallout, because the world as we know it has been destroyed in World War III nuclear war, and so they have the written records, but not the other information, and so they don't know how to say the word right.
Oh, that's
So
actually really funny.
Hi,
he
sir.
named himself after Caesar, but doesn't know how to say Caesar.
That's awesome.
It wouldn't be the first time. I mean, they had czars in Russia, and
I mean,
he
Kaiser
also-
is also
he-
a variant.
He also
So-
doesn't have a metal arm. He has a
Hmm.
normal arm instead of a power fist. But,
Fair enough.
Okay.
yeah. But in the, and he says, good. I was. He looks at all of you, and then he looks at like Franklin, who's being piggybacked. He's like, "What is wrong with this one? This is the man I met on the road."
Some sort of unpleasant incident. We're not really clear on the details.
We've
Ah.
tried waking him up, he won't wake up. He's not dead, but we suspect some sort of foul magic.
Well, I see. Well, that is most unfortunate. I was hoping to talk with him again, but, I suppose you, madam, are the great Samus that he spoke of?
I don't know what he told you, but yes, that's me.
He said you were his employer, and that you were surveying the forest? And that is why the wagon was along the side? Potentially searching for, necromantic activity, I believe.
Yes, we were hoping to find some more information on what's been going on recently in the area.
Well, excellent. And then, he notices, Enoch. I'm wondering if he would recognize... He probably would recognize Enoch. And he says, Mr. Enoch, it is, good to see you again. Yes, Franklin there did not mention that you were amongst his company.
how rude!
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm glad we could meet. I believe we're on the same side of this unpleasant business, but when there is magic as dastardly as necromancy afoot, we must be thorough with removing it from the land.
I couldn't agree more, Captain Lawrence. We must repair the breaches. I am very grateful to you and your men for taking care of any breaches that the wall may suffer. You may be a little overzealous at times, but I appreciate it greatly.
Yes. Anyways, what information did your surveying bring you?
There's this
Going back.
All you
There are
thumbs up.
trees here.
Yes, Captain Surveyor Samus.
Oh, many trees. We found a little bit more information about the Necromancer, but not enough to nail it down. We're trying to go back to town and see if we can gather a little bit more information from the locals, but
Well, what information have you found?
I mean, nothing conclusive, just that there was a man, or I believe it was a boy, really, who had found some necromantic tomes some years ago. We're trying to find someone who matches their description. And I'll describe what the necromancer looked like. However, many decades ago it was.
Okay, so I assume without giving the name, so
That is
you know.
the intention.
So probably small red-haired child that meets the description of most children.
Most red-haired children, yes.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Yes. He's just describing what the child looked like that Rose gave you without giving the name, which is most of the children in probably Storm Harbor or Silver Lake, like specifically. Yes. Well, that's not much to go on, but you're sure that they came from Silver Lake?
Did I say that?
Did you?
I don't think you said that.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, we have reason to suspect it was a small child, so it'd be hard to believe that they could have traveled from too far away. But there's certainly no guarantee.
Yeah, even Silver Lake seems pretty far. So
you're saying that a child is behind all of this?
Well, it sounded like it's been some decades or how long?
some
did you
amount
say
of
it was?
time since then.
20 years.
It's been quite a few years since the child took the information on necromancy. So it's not a child anymore, but it's been going since they were.
One of the centurions behind the captain comes up and he's just like, Captain, may I speak?
Go ahead.
Holy shit! I thought that was a statue.
Insight on the Centurion. What are they up to?
What are you about to say?
I mean,
wherever these tomes came from, we might want to investigate. It could be a hotbed of magic in the area.
Good point.
Wait, did someone tell them there was tomes in the tower?
You said something about necromancy, did you not? Necromancy text?
Did we say text?
I did say those words.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
there was apparently one necromantic tome that some child found. And that's all we really know.
we told
Just out in the middle of the woods.
There was a structure guarded by a dragon.
Come again.
They were friendly.
Ish.
He has a look in his face like he's not sure if you're messing with him. Like one of those things of like, I'm pretty sure if there was a dragon in these woods, we would know about it. But I suppose if there's a magical structure that like.
Well, you'd think that you'd know about a magical structure in the woods too.
Yes.
Enoch at this point.
That's
To be fair, we found all of this after delivering some special seeds to a woman on weed.
They're gonna throw out all of our information now, and it's our fault.
Maybe like persuasion check. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to see if you're bullshitting him now.
Deception check, probably.
Yeah,
he's giving you a stare like this that I posted in Dragon Ball.
This wouldn't be a deception check. We have never lied.
I know, but he's just like, what? It's like, like he doesn't quite. All right. Well, if you found this out from the tower, was there other magical things there that we should know about?
The tower was pretty broken, honestly.
Enoch, at this point, will speak up.
Enoch, don't.
Perhaps your energies would not be best spent towards this and why can't I speak? And instead
All the weed.
go towards maybe look towards where the nefarious youngster with the book went to. I think that perhaps this place could be approached at a later date.
That is quite troubling if there is a magical source out in the woods. But suppose the matter at hand is a little more pressing. We can deal with that later. Yes, our plan is to send a escort to Silver Lake to see if we can parlay before... Well, we want to get the information that we can and confirm if our reports are accurate.
Might I ask, what leads brought you here?
Well, there have been many reports, I'm sure as you know, of necromancy in this area, but we got a lead from one of our spies that the incursion has originated from Silver Lake. This is one of the things we wanted to confirm and therefore be prepared in case it was, in fact, correct. Although I do trust the source.
Batman apparel right now?
Yeah. I don't think I changed on the way there, and I didn't get any privacy.
No, I mean, Kaovis didn't come on the cart, right? It was Batman. Kaovis
Yeah,
is
I've been
still
in-
in Silver Lake. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Right,
this smells
right.
like shit.
I wonder if you had deodorant for that moment.
If you would like to accompany our escort and our envoy, then I suppose that can be arranged, since you are also headed to the city. We will leave at first light.
Olin, can you get athlete's cowl?
And I fight crime
like
with a rubber
athlete's
suit all
foot?
day. Really seals in the flavor.
Gross.
Gross.
You just hear one of the soldiers. Gross.
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess that is a kind of fungus.
There's a fungus among us.
Party cannibalizes campus.
Oh no.
You don't want to eat me. I'm moldy.
That's the
We
point.
do want to eat you because you're moldy. That's a mushroom.
Oh, I get it. I eat myself.
Oh, fair enough.
You just
Oh,
bring
you've
your
beaten
cowl
us.
down and start licking it.
So he basically says they're gonna send the envoy scouts out in the morning to basically go ahead of the army, because the army is gonna move a lot slower than like a small group of people on horses or whatever. So he's basically offering, if you guys want to go with them, we're gonna send them out at first light. That way you'll have a inquisition escort up to the gates of Silver Lake.
Oh,
Still think it's a
Sure.
small group, you know.
Yeah,
it
really trust us.
probably
We're friends now, right?
Yeah.
And the group may or may not consist of several centurions.
So.
Oh,
do
so
we
we're not just going up with
leave-
one scout. We're going up with one scout and several centurions.
Yeah, I don't trust any of these people we're meeting now at all.
Yeah, but isn't our alternative to travel with the main group instead?
Oh no, I
Well,
agree.
First of
I
all,
just
your
also
insight
like,
checks came up with they are being completely truthful with you.
yeah, like to be clear, I am like trying to suss out for all of these people if they are lying because I do not trust any of them.
Well, I mean, even if they're not lying, they're the Inquisition. We
Yeah.
almost got imprisoned and arrested and imprisoned. We did get arrested and imprisoned for less. So
And they also weren't even the Inquisition
Yeah.
that we were dealing with.
But Tim, I just wanted to be sure when we're being sent with, you said several centurions. Are those also being sent with
No,
us?
I'm saying
with the
that he
scout?
said a small group of scouts. That being said, might be powerful scouts.
Yeah, like sending
yeah.
us as scouts as opposed to sending a
No, sending a group of people they think can take us as scouts in case
Yeah.
we're lying and are going
Yes.
to jump them.
Just murder their scouts. Yes.
a group of people they think can take us. To be
Yeah,
So
clear.
right.
perhaps the
Yeah,
question.
So, you know,
the-
actual war veterans instead of this ragtag group of upstart people who wanted to kill some pirates one day.
Fucking
I was just
pirates.
saying rather than like the level 1 fresh recruit who's really good at sneaking. But yeah.
Yes,
I
they are
mean-
probably sending people who are out of boot camp.
If you didn't fully trust a group of individuals that were fairly powerful, would you send out your level 1 recruits that you wanted to report back?
Yeah, because I don't
Yeah.
care what happens to them. What? Who said that? Franklin, go out with the scouts. Oh, he's not moving for some reason.
Okay. All right. So they will offer you, like, sleeping, bedding or whatever. If you guys, like, they have like a tent that has some space in it or whatever.
Yeah.
To sleep in a tree.
Okay. Great.
I sleep in a bed.
Yep. So, crack of dawn next morning. Someone comes to wake you guys probably, unless you're early risers naturally. Yes. Someone probably comes to wake you, gather you guys with the horses. They have brought your cart around to the other side of the encampment, basically.
Uh-huh.
So if you guys want, you can load up in, and then there'll be some other people on horseback that are going to kind of like escort the wagon, on the right and left side, maybe have like a couple people in the front. And they're going to go ahead. So at this point, like, it's still going to take you like, a couple days of traveling to get to Silver Lake, but you're going to be ahead of the army by a large margin because
Yeah.
they're going to be on foot mostly. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, Sam, would Captain Lawrence, you said?
Shoot.
Would Captain Lawrence want Enoch to stay at the camp for his guidance?
That is interesting. He might ask if, someone as knowledgeable as him in these things may be helpful unless he feels he needs to seek information in the city. So it'd be up to Enoch if he wants to stay and help them, or if he wants to go with the party to the city.
Enoch is on the fence about it. What does the party think?
We need him to get us unshroom cursed.
And we also need him because, frankly, none of us are particularly good at recognizing magical nonsense.
Magical nonsense.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of magic present.
Arcana.
Like, we specifically went on this mission with him so that he would then take us to get our shroom curse fixed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So leaving
That was
him behind
rewarding,
now
but,
is him skimping out on his promises.
That's true.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, so he'll
I'm not going to frame it like that, but I will frame it as like, I don't think any of the rest of us have the expertise required to gain the information we want without having him around to consult with.
Meanwhile, the Centurions have probably dealt with magic before.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And will
but
be
they might have
more
just
capable. They will be more capable without him than we are without him.
yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so he'll go with you guys. So you guys, takes a couple days. While you're traveling, do you want to chat up the Centurions at all, or just continue your path until you get to the city? Just if you have any
So-
questions.
How's the wife?
Bold of you to assume they all have wives.
What am I supposed to be? What do you feel when you see me?
Embarrassment.
Indigestion.
Confusion.
Does everyone say something different? I guess.
Yes.
I think Bertel just says tired.
These are the responses of righteous men. But those with evil in their hearts feel fear. That is what I am.
Uh-huh.
How's the wife?
He looks at, like, the rest of the party. Is he always like this?
Mostly like this.
Like what?
Around 60 or 70% of the time, I'd say.
Yeah.
Alright.
Although I am good. I'm always times good friends with Mr. Wayne, so he might be around the party as well. But yes,
Yeah, maybe 30 or 40% of the time.
Wayne is that shipping
Who? Oh yeah,
man.
that shipping tycoon.
Yeah.
yeah, yes, he mentioned that. But I don't see my friends for their whatever they do. He's just been chaos to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
I'll definitely engage in some like pleasantries, like getting to know them in polite ways, not
Yeah, that's what I was
asking
doing.
directly how's the wife.
Pleasantry.
Why not? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Hey,
Still dead,
hey Samus, how's the
Hey!
wife?
Hey,
I
how's
don't
that
have
guy's
one.
wife?
The other Centurion goes,
Hey,
like, looks at you and goes,
Are we still doing phrasing?
Were we ever?
Maybe we should have been.
I wouldn't
But yeah.
know, sir.
So you get the general, like, through, if you have small talk, banter, or whatever, like, they seem like pretty, very, focused military focused individuals, but like a lot of them seem very, like, that the cause they're fighting for is a just one, that they're, trying to keep,
Mhm.
magic from destroying things, and that's why they're
Mhm.
doing this. So
They're more professional. They're not like random recruits that are
yeah.
joke
Yes,
people.
they seem very capable and very professional.
Yes.
If they could cast magic, what level would you say they could cast?
No, they can't. They can't cast magic
They can,
because then they'd be trying to murder themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, boys, rock and stone.
How many attacks?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
How many attacks do you think you could fit in 6 seconds?
There you go, asking the real question.
At least 2. I'm gonna bet.
yes. So you guys get to the gates of the city, and as you come up to the gates, as you come up, you hear like, like a horn sound or whatever, and somebody
Beep, beep.
comes. Yeah.
I think we would have. Beartold at least would have told them that when we last visited, they were pretty on edge.
So perhaps we should remain inconspicuous while in the city.
Yes, I don't think we want to stand out if we can.
Fair enough.
Agreed.
Every time that Batman talks, they all look at him sideways like he's crazy.
I'm just like, you get used to it.
Glad
Do
everyone
you?
stopped talking. I got important shit to do. I fly over the gates again.
Okay.
I'm
Sure.
going to go pick up my armor.
Yep. Okay.
Oh right, I also.
What?
The Centurions will don just like civilian fatigues.
Yeah.
And they actually look like pretty normal people now. It's obvious that they've done this kind of thing before. Aside from the fact that they're pretty ripped.
Centurions will pull out a grappling hook and hook onto
Scale the wall?
Ramtech to go with them.
Oh, they hook onto his feet.
No.
Fly over the
You're
wall.
not going alone!
All right, so you can go into the city and get your stuff while, So you come up
Can
to
I
the gates
also-
or whatever.
Because I think I had my half plate mail being made or something. Can I also pick that up over here?
Yeah. So you get to the gates. They kind of let you in. They do like it's like a routine, like they just treat you like as if you're like a, a merchant wagon or just something like that. So they do like a routine thing. They are doing like searches or whatever, but they just kind of like, okay, whatever. They don't give you too much. Actually, I'm gonna roll to see if any of these guards recognize you guys.
Oh, you're those crazy bastards.
Nope. Must be a different group of guards that are on duty that they don't recognize you from a week ago or however long it's been. So yeah, you guys get through the gates. You can go get the stuff you want to get, do that stuff, figure out how you want to, what you want to do in the city, and we will pick up next time. That's where we'll pick up as you guys are.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Because I gotta plan more stuff with Sam.